so check it out. So you drop down here, and the way this works, my friend T-Dap came up with this. But basically, like, say, you know, you start box fighting or whatever, blah, blah, blah. Once you're done, check it out. This is the cool part. Once you're done.
Ooh, fancy.
Isn't that cool?
We gotta do it.
So just come over to any one of these things. We'll just use this one today. And just go ahead and type in your code. That's mine. In the description if you want to copy and paste. Okay, so this is the map. These are the weapons that you get down here. You can choose whichever shotgun you want. Just make sure you drop whichever one you're not using. Otherwise, you'll have that cooldown. See that? Cooldown. Well, this is the one I normally go into just because I like the way the blue looks. But force field right here. So whoever's out, if you're with 3 people, you can still see kind of what's going on in there. Jump down here, no fall damage. All you do is you just place one floor, and that's what connects it to this thing right here. And you just build out here. This is one of the smaller rooms, the 3x3x3. Once the fight's over, just break that, everything comes down. See, this thing can be completely full, and as you can see, everything just breaks down. But the whole point is to confine you in a small area, and you gotta work on your box fighting skills. So once you die, it just spawns at the last checkpoint. So there's checkpoints at every one. See, like that. There's also some other weapons if you want traps. If you want to attack shotgun, even though they suck, it's still good to practice with them. Tactical AR. This is the bigger one. This is more for like 2v2s or even 3v3s. But all the rest of them are 3x3s. Okay, so here we have a nice fresh island. Set the time to whatever. I had mine at nighttime, but so all you need is that one, or also these cubes work too. So I use these ones, but you can also use these if you want. I just think these look a little cooler. If you do use these, you need to make sure that you have a certain setting off right here. Building can destroy environment. This is on by default. So basically what this means is if I have this here and if I build next to it, it just breaks. So they just recently added this setting, and now I can turn this off. See, now you can build right through it. And if you need to make anything float, all you need is just this thing right here, hover platform. So first thing I want to do is I want to build this high enough. I believe it's 3 tiles high. So if I build 3 tiles high, yeah, I can't place anything on the floor. See that? Okay, so at least 3. You can go one more if you want to be safe. So we'll just do 4 for now. So we'll just use that as a marker for now. We'll need that later. So right now we're just making the room. And for the ceiling. Okay, so this is what our room will look like. It's a 3x3x3. Now we need an entrance, so we'll have our entrance right here. Drop down. Okay, so this will be our room, and we're actually going to open the ceiling up. You don't have to do this, but I like to make it so you can spectate from up here. Okay, so we're going to make the spectating top now. And all you need to do for this is grab the barrier. I just use a barrier. You can make it clear if you want. It's up to you, really. I'll just make mine translucent so you can still see it, but you can also see through it, which is nice. And just needed to cover this area right here. Okay, and I don't want it to stick out that far, so let me bring it down one. There we go. Okay, so now it looks like this. Perfect, so this is my room right here. And I'm gonna need another one of these. Okay. So this is where I'm gonna put the spawn pads. The reason why I'm not putting them right here is because you don't want it to attach to this. Like when you're building up here, when you're actually fighting, it could accidentally attach to this, and then it's harder to break down. And for the walls and floors, I think the black looks pretty good, but you can use whatever you want. See, I don't like the way that looks, so that little white thing right there. So I'm just gonna put this, I'll put it right there. There we go. And I'm gonna put some spawn pads here, and you can choose to make these either invisible or not invisible, visible during games, and I think I'm gonna keep them on actually, so I guess it didn't really matter that I put that out there, but that's okay. Okay, so our room's all set up. There we go, and if you want that little ramp that I had, I used this right here. And then you can pick whatever color you want. I'll use blue for this because it's blue in there, so. There we go, looks pretty nice. Okay, so our room is all set up. Nothing attaches to anything around here, looks good. Okay, now I can delete all this stuff. Probably not gonna use it anymore. Now for the weapons that you want to pick, you can put this wherever. I'm just going to throw it right here. Basically the way you use this is you just pick whatever weapons you want. These are the weapons I had. And whatever order you place them is the order that it goes in your inventory. And I think for box fights it's important to have minis. It's a little more realistic that way. And if you want to have traps too, you can do traps. It's up to you though. A lot of times people just like to do one trap per fight, so you could do that. Okay, and then one thing that you want to make sure you do, bonus ammo for weapons, you don't need that on. Grant on respawn, turn this off, otherwise it's going to reset your inventory every single time you die. Okay, so that should be good now, let's test it out. Okay, so let's go over here. Yep, doesn't let us walk through. You can still see what's going on down there. Okay, so now we got all this junk in here. Once I destroy this, since everything is attached to this one tile, just breaks down. Let's respawn. Oh, so that's one thing. You got to make sure that your items don't drop. Keep items when eliminated. Change that to keep. Okay, so now, try that again. Bam, there we go. Ready to go again. And I'll show you guys the settings that I use. Infinite ammo, infinite resources, building can destroy environment. You want that off like we talked about. Environment damage, turn this off, and that just makes it so like the things that you build in the creative mode you can't destroy. So like any of this stuff, you can't like pickaxe these things, because I think, yeah, these break in one hit if you don't have that. So environment damage, turn that off. Respawn time, you can turn this down. Okay, here we go. Health granted on elimination, just change that to anything over 200. So anytime you get a kill, you don't have to respawn, and just keeps the practice going. And yeah, this is just kind of a basic version of what I built. You can make this way more complex, but this is just to kind of give you the gist, so you can create your own versions and stuff like that. And if you do, feel free to share them with me on my Twitter, because I love checking them out.
Yeah, I can't take walls like I can usually.
Oh, dude!
Can't even see you. Oh.
Oh,
Can you let me win?
Sorry.
This man has won like 10 in a row.